Believe it or not, SmackDown, I might get a lot of hate. I might get content creators coming at me saying, "Oh, why would you say this was a good show?" It wasn't good. It was far from good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I was on my phone through the most of the show, but like I did I did see a couple of moments where I did just get off my phone and actually sat down and watched. But most of the show lackluster, but a couple of segments I like. Just a couple of segments I like. That's it. It really wasn't anything new on this show, but it wasn't. It was an okay show. It was okay. It was an average show. Um, so I will be going to. So I will be going to my first live event out of the pandemic. This is not my first live event. This is my first live event out of the pandemic. I already went to a SmackDown. I already went to a Monday Night Raw, and so yeah, I already went there. I already went to shows in the past, but this is my first live event out of the pandemic. So I'm just going like I want to just get out there. The reason why I'm going to this show is because number one is in Baltimore. Number two, just to get out the house, man. Just to get out the house, just to have that feeling again. Just to have that feeling again. I don't give a fuck if it's WWE. I just want to get that feeling again of normalcy again. That's all I want. But anyway, let's get into this show. We opened up with Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch said that last week Bianca Belair had a celebration last week in our hometown. I'm here tonight. I have no celebration. There's no celebration for big time Bex. So she rambles on and all that shit. Then we see, and then she keeps talking about how she beat Bianca in how many seconds? I forgot. 26 seconds. I don't know. I think that was what it was. 26 seconds. I think that's what it was. She keeps saying about that, and then Bianca called her out on it. She said, "Keep your name out my mouth. Keep keep my dad and my mom's name out your mouth and all that stuff." Then Becky Lynch extended her hand. So, well, no, actually Bianca extended her hand, and then she got a slap. Becky slapped Bianca. They was tumbling. They was throwing fists, and then Becky Lynch went for a manhandle slam, rock bottom. What? Then Bianca Belair countered that into a KOD, laying out Becky Lynch and embarrassing Becky Lynch in the process. Becky Lynch ain't working as a heel. I'm sorry. I had to say it again. How many times I gotta say it? How many fucking times I gotta say it? Becky Lynch, this is the same situation that they did with Stone Cold. This is the same situation that they did with Stone Cold. This is Stone Cold all over again. It ain't working. It ain't. She is getting booze, but I feel like she's cringy as a fucking as a heel. She's cringy as a heel. Even like when she was a baby face, like after the Becky Two Belts thing, after that shit, after she beat Ronda, which I said that was one of the worst endings to a WrestleMania match ever. That was one of the worst endings. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That was one of the worst endings to a WrestleMania match. A fucking roll up. But okay, whatever the fuck y'all say, it was the greatest main event of all time to WrestleMania. No, it wasn't. No, the fuck it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So, like I said, Becky as a heel ain't working. Even when she was a baby face in 2019, she was doing cringy shit. She was fucking trolling and shit. She had a fucking Crown's hat. She had a big ass fucking coat on and all that shit. It looked fucking. She came out with fucking fake shades. It was fucking cringy. That's when I turned on Becky Lynch. That was the moment when I turned on Becky Lynch. Now, I love Becky Lynch. I seen a woman's version of a Stone Cold in her. I seen that in her. And then she was doing cringy shit on Raw. She was doing some cringy shit on Raw. That's why I advocated for Shayna to beat Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. That didn't happen. You had her win by a roll-up. But I'm getting off topic. All I'm saying is Becky Lynch sucks as a heel. So, this is what happened. So, Montez Ford in a backstage segment called the Bloodline a bunch of bitches. Montez Ford called the Bloodline a bunch of bitches. So, Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns said, what did he say? And then Paul Heyman told him. Paul Heyman told him what Montez Ford said. He said, I want to match with him I want to match with him tonight. And he said, my tribal chief, you got to get ready for your match, blah, blah, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then he looked at him. So I guess the match is already set. So now we get Shinsuke Nakamura versus Apollo Crews. Was on my phone. Shinsuke Nakamura beat Apollo Crews clean. Wait, actually no. Well, did he? Did he? I don't know. All I heard was 1, 2, 3, and I heard Shinsuke Nakamura's music play. So Shinsuke Nakamura is still your Intercontinental Champion. I guess we're probably going to get a rematch down the line. So while we on this bathroom break of a match with Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega, let me talk about something. The draft. Why the fuck is it a draft? The draft is pointless. You barely have enough time. You barely have enough talent for Roman. You barely have people to fight Roman Reigns. Bro, who's next after Roman? Drew? Like, I don't know. I guess Drew is going to be moved over to Raw, moved over to SmackDown. But I honestly think that Roman will be moved over to Monday Night Raw, and I think Drew gonna be moved over to SmackDown. Big E gonna be moved over to SmackDown. So yeah, it's a sticky situation. Even for the WWE Championship, there's not many people that Big E can fight. So I don't know I don't know why the fuck they're doing this draft. I'm gonna still go and watch. Well, go to SmackDown next week and just sit down, enjoy the fucking show. But the draft is pointless. My girl Liv Morgan versus Zelina Vega. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. Am I the only person that's getting Divas? I'm sorry. Am I the only one that's getting Divas? Is getting the Divas era vibes from this? Match, like fucking bathroom break matches? This is what it was. That's exactly what this was. Like, I'm sorry, but it was a bathroom break of a match. Now, props to like these women are trying to make these matches feel special. Liv and Vega, Carmella, they're trying to make these matches feel special. I understand, but WWE make them feel like bathroom break matches. They make them feel like that. They don't give a shit about the women's division. They don't give a shit. Why should I? Their women's division sucks. You got fucking Tony Storm in a backstage segment with fucking Rick Boogs. Possibly we're going to get a storyline with Ziggler and Boogs. I don't know. The winner get her. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But the women's division in a whole on Raw and SmackDown fucking sucks. Ass. I fucking hate the women's division. And y'all got the nerve to add tag team championships in there as well? You can't even fucking book your Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship good. And you got a nerve to add a tag team. Fuck the tag team titles. And fuck the women's division as well. I don't give a shit about the women's division. The women's revolution in WWE is fucking dead. AEW's women's division is a little fucking thin right now. It's not the best, but they're doing a good job than WWE. WWE don't know how to fucking use that women. Don't know how to use them. You got Shayna Baszler jobbing the fuck out. You got fucking untrained, unsafe worker Nia Jax. You got get the fuck off my TV, Nikki Ash. And bro, I respect Tamina's family and I respect Natalia's family. But you got veterans that nobody want to fucking see. And you have Rhea Ripley and Nikki trash in a tag team for no fucking reason. The women's division fucking sucks. So, Carmella distracted Liv, and we end up seeing Zelina Vega kick her in the fucking head and end up hitting a fucking, I guess, not a Panama Sunrise, but some type of flip over powerbomb or something. I don't know what the fuck that was. And she got the 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. So, happy talk with Happy Corbin. Oh, great. Can't wait to talk about this segment. Wink, wink. Kevin Owens ended up coming out and he got his ass whooped. He got ambushed by... I forgot your name. I forgot. It was somebody that was chasing after the 24/7 title. I don't know. He had long hair. I forgot what the fuck his name was. I don't care what his name was. But it is great that he's getting more attention than usual. I don't know what the fuck his name is, and I'm not going to even attempt to try to say his name. I don't know what the fuck his name is. So he helped out Baron Corbin to beat Kevin Owens' ass. And so yeah. So I guess we're going to get that match at Extreme Rules, I guess. It wasn't announced, but speaking of never mind. Fuck it. Nikki Trash versus Nutella. Natalia. Fine ass Natalia. She got a roll up. Nikki Ash got a roll up victory because Rhea Ripley was fucking beating Tamina's ass on the outside, and Natalia got distracted by it. So ain't that the same way that they won the tag team title? What the fuck? Never mind. No, never mind. 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 So Shotzi and Tegan Knox, Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox came out on the tank, and they shot a Nerf dart at Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash. Bro, if I was legit watching this with one of my family members or with one of my friends, bro, they would look at me like I'm fucking crazy. And I gotta defend this shit. I actually gotta come over here and defend this. Come on this fucking channel and defend this shit. I gotta defend bro, I'll defend AEW. But I'm fucking done defending WWE. They deserve every type of hate. Cause what the fuck? You got meaningless women's tag team titles that don't mean shit. I don't even know why did you add the titles. It was diminished when the Iconics won the titles. When the Iconics won the titles after Sasha Banks and Bayley just won them, that's when it got diminished. That's when I didn't give a fuck about the women's tag titles. And the debut of the women's titles was botched, by the way, with Otis and Tucker. Otis being a fucking creep and fucking thirsting after fucking Alexa Bliss. That's how it was introduced. You know, I would thirst over Alexa Bliss too, but anyway, I'm not simp like that. But anyway, let's just get away from this fucking segment before I end up losing some more brain cells. So, Rey Mysterio, Dominic. Rey Mysterio and Dominic was in the backstage area, and then Rey was still was showing him his footage of the match and basically telling him, like, trying to give him some advice. And Dominic called him out. He said, in every match you keep nitpicking, and I'm end up messing up. I just mess up. Sometimes it's just like it's best to for you to not be out there next. I would have beaten Sammy if you wasn't out there. Ray gave him some time. Gave him some time to himself. So Sami Zayn came up. Sami Zayn. This is a segment that I actually like, by the way. Sami Zayn came up and told Dominic, "I don't mean no harm. I seen you growing up so fast. And every time when you got in a match with me, you improved. But just be honest, out of respect, your father is great, but you gotta stop listening. You gotta stop listening to your father less and start doing what you want. Start start going with your instincts. So he gave him some wisdom. You know it's probably gonna backfire on Dominic, or it actually might it actually might freaking come. He might actually get a victory if he start doing that. That was a great segment. That was actually a really great segment. And another great segment. Well, wait a minute. It was great. It was a little great. It was a little great. Naomi came out. Finally, finally she has a match. She is even on this fucking show. So she come out, she says she wants a match. She wants a match. Then Sonya came out, she said, nope, it ain't happening. You don't make the matches around here. I do. Come out, and Naomi said, okay. Then make me in a match. Then book me and you in a match. Right now. She had the people, and Sonya Deville said, I would slap the glow off you. I hate that fucking line. But she said, I was I would beat you, so why are you embarrassing yourself? So Naomi was getting the crowd riled up and saying, make the match, make the match. Security ended up coming out and ejecting Naomi from the ring, getting Naomi out of the ring. So Naomi, right? Naomi, this is what I would have done with this segment. I would have had her, don't even smile. Don't even smile. I would have her pissed the fuck off. I would have her pissed off. Have her come out there, demand a match. The same thing that she did last week in that backstage segment, I would have had her do out there that night. Like, I would have had her do that. I would have had her do that. She still gets ejected. She still gets ejected and all that stuff. But other than that, it was a good segment. I liked the segment. So now we're getting to the main event of the evening. Montez Ford versus Roman Reigns. Man, oh man. Montez Ford held his fucking own against Roman. He held his own. Bro, WWE, push this man, bro. Push this man. I don't have any faith for WWE to push this man because, they would push him for a little bit and then he will be in the main event. He will be in the mid card. But anyway. So, it was a botch, right? Montez Ford was about to jump off the table, and it collapsed. So he ended up jumping off the steps. We seen some cool spots. We see some really good cool spots. Like I said, Montez Ford held his own against Roman. This was a solid match. This was a great match. I loved it. So the closing. Oh my God, that voice crack. So Montez Ford threw him into the steps, put him back in the ring. He goes for a frog splash. And he gets his knees up. Guillotine. He taps out. He taps and fade out at the same time. So Roman Reigns calls for his cousin. Well, no, actually, Paul Heyman said that let's show Brock Lesnar and Finn Balor how Roman Reigns is going to get extreme. So Roman Reigns calls out for his cousins, Jimmy and Jay. They whoop They whooped his ass. They whooped Montez Ford's ass. He gets hit with a chair. He gets planted through a table with a uranagi, and they referenced it as the rock bottom. Pat McAfee, by the way. If that's not setting up for something, I don't know what. I don't know what is. If that's not setting up for something, I don't know what is. We will get The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 38. We will get that match. I am counting on it. I'm counting on it. I am fucking counting on it. We're going to get that. So, after he uranagi him, he hit him with a uranagi through the table. The lights went out. It was boom, 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 boom. Red lighting. Then we seen Finn Balor. Finn Balor on the top turnbuckle. And he crashed down on the bloodline. He gets a kendo stick, beat the shit out of the bloodline. Roman Reigns got up, hit the demon, threw him back in the ring. He had a chair. Finn Balor capitalized, hit him with a sling blade, gets the chair. He hits Roman with the chair. We seen the Usos come up. He cracked both of them over. He cracked both of them with the chair. Then he's just wailing on Roman Reigns. And then we see Finn Balor hit a is it called a tope suicida or something? I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. He ended up hitting the he dived on the bloodline. He dived on Roman Reigns once again. So that's how we ended the show. So one thing I forgot to mention was when Roman Reigns and the bloodline was walking, they had to stare down with the Alpha Academy. So we're getting up to that. The Alpha Academy and the bloodline will be having a feud. I can't wait for that. So other than that, I like the Rey and Dominic backstage segment. I like the Montez Ford match. Some of the Sonya Deville and Naomi segment. Everything else, I didn't give a shit about. I legit didn't give a shit about. It was an okay show, but the only things that I liked was the race segment, the Naomi segment, even though that was a little botched, and the Montez Ford match. But okay, let me know your thoughts, man, down below. See you guys next time. Peace out. Love you guys. See you guys next time.